What's going on YouTube? DOAKABONDS Urban Tech Reviews. And I wanted to make a 24-hour later video about this Apple iPhone 7 Plus. Now, I got this phone yesterday and I've been, using it as my daily driver for about 24 hours now, close to 24 hours. Not exactly 24 hours, but I've been using it. And I must say that I'm not impressed. And that's not a knock on Apple. It's not a knock on this phone at all. It's not a knock on this device or anything. Now, the reason why I'm not impressed is because this iPhone does everything that any other iPhone does, basically. There's nothing really innovative about it. I haven't really dug into the camera. So, besides the camera, I haven't really gotten into this phone. But, I mean, really, this phone is no different than the iPhone 6s Plus. It's really no big difference. Now, this was supposed to be my replacement Note 7 device. And, I mean, this is what I got. But this phone, like I said, this phone is nice. This phone is really nice. It feels great. I love the way it feels. I love the build quality. I love the look. I love the color. But for the price that you pay for this, and like I said, I got the 256 gigabyte model, so a lot of people ain't rocking with the 256 anyway, and they think it's overkill. So, besides that, I mean, paying $1,000, literally, I paid over $1,000 for this phone, and it's not worth it. You know what I mean? It's definitely not worth it, and I'm really considering to take it back, and just wait my 14 days, take it back probably on the 13th day, and just say, hey, I'm not impressed, I don't like it, and just, sticking with my S7 Edge. I mean, the one thing that irks me, and this is just, is that you gotta use the thumbprint. I mean, you use the thumbprint like that, but you can only put one fingerprint in. So if I'm sitting on a desk, like I am now, and I want to, get into my phone and use the fingerprint, I got to go like that. Because I use my thumbprint. Everybody uses the thumbprint because most people hold the phone like that. So that just irks me. I mean, this phone does what all other iPhones do. I mean, besides you take the Force Touch out, you take that out. You take out the camera. And what else? I mean, there's small features, like they upgraded the multitasking, which is not technically multitasking, but it's better than previous models that said it was multitasking. So they upgraded that a little bit. I don't even know if you could do this on last one, because I never really used Apple Pay, but I know you double click and you can use Apple Pay. I meant to use it when I was in Walmart today, and I forgot. So I didn't use Apple Pay. It's nothing mind-blowing about this phone. And the thing is, it pissed me off last night, is I went to work, you know what I mean? And I'm sitting there and I'm like, well, let me listen to some music. You know what I mean? So I grabbed my headphones and what? No headphone jack. And I didn't have my Beats on me. So my Beats by Dre Studio 2.0 gold headphones are the only wireless headphones that I have right now. So I'm going to have to, if I keep this phone, I'm going to have to invest in a pair of wireless earbuds. Not the AirPods. I will never get those AirPods. I need to invest in a pair of Beats by Dre wireless earbuds. That's what I need if I decide to keep the iPhone 7 Plus. And like I said, I don't knock this phone at all, because if you didn't have an iPhone 6s, you didn't have an iPhone 6s Plus, you didn't have an iPhone 6, this phone might give you some excitement. But coming from a Note 7, coming from an S7 Edge, coming from an S7, coming from the iPhone 6s, coming from an iPhone 6s Plus, coming from an iPhone 6, coming from an iPhone 6 Plus, this phone just doesn't wow me. It just doesn't wow me. I mean, and a lot of people might feel differently. Everybody's entitled to their own opinion, but this phone does not wow me. I mean, like, people see this phone and nobody is like, oh, you know, you got that new iPhone 7 Plus. Oh, you know, that thing is nice. Oh, nobody's saying that. And it's not a knock on the phone. It's really an Apple issue because they put out a bland phone. They put out a bland phone. The design is basically the same as the iPhone 6s Plus. Only difference is there's no headphone jack. Only difference is there's dual cameras. You know, there's not a big difference between those phones and the button or not button, you know. But that's minimum. That button stuff right there is nothing major. It's nothing major. Like, I don't understand the reason for doing it. I don't understand the purpose. Like, what did you eliminate to keep that? You eliminated the headphone jack for that? For a haptic button? It's not technically a button. You eliminated the headphone jack for that. So, like I said, this is just my 24-hour first impression of the phone. And I'm not going to tear it down. I'm not going to tear it down right now. I got videos coming out about with the iPhone 7, the likes, dislikes, 7 Plus, what all cell phones should have, like I did with the Note 7, like I did with the S7 Edge, I think. You know, so I'm going to run through these tests and see what it's like. And like I said, this phone, no lag. Like, no lag. Like, it flies through everything. But that's what iPhones do. They don't lag. They fly through everything. They don't freeze up. They run through everything. So this phone does what phones do, what iPhones do. I'm just saying that from somebody who deals with a lot of phones, and I'm not even going to say a lot. I deal with Apple and Samsung exclusively, you know, but, you know, I'm trying to venture out a little bit. But this phone is not impressive. The Note 7 was impressive. It was impressive. You know, it had things that other phones didn't have, which kind of wowed me a little bit. But this phone is not a wow. This is not a wow device. You know what I mean? It's like I said, the build quality is lovely. It's lovely. I love the black. I love the black bezel. I love all of that. The color is what really sets this phone off. If I couldn't get it in black, I would never have got this phone. Because I don't like the rose gold. I don't like any of the other colors. I might have got jet black, but I was skeptical about jet black. That's why I went matte black. So, 24 hours. Like I said, I'm not impressed. I'm not impressed. I got videos coming out. I'm working on videos. Trying to put together some nice iPhone videos. I'm going to work with the camera and check out the camera and see what it's about, see what it does. But like I said, there's nothing in this phone right now, as far as I've been into it, that really makes me say, man, I wouldn't recommend it. That's my thing. I wouldn't recommend, even if you bumped it down to the 128. I wouldn't recommend. I wouldn't say, hey, go get an iPhone 7 Plus. I wouldn't tell somebody that. I wouldn't tell somebody go get an iPhone 7 Plus. I would say if you really want an iPhone, you can save yourself about $400 and get yourself an iPhone 6s Plus if you like the big phones. If you want a regular phone, get the iPhone 6s. You know what I mean? I wouldn't recommend the 7. It's not that impressive to me to recommend somebody getting a $1,000 phone of this caliber. But it's your boy DOAKABONDS Urban Tech Reviews. If you like this video, click that thumbs up. If you're not subscribed to the channel, you can do that easily by clicking on the little Android guy in the bottom right hand corner of your screen. If you're not following me on all my social media sites, I made this extremely easy. Go into the description, click on every one of those links in there, and follow me on every one of my social media sites. It's your boy DOAKABONDS. We out to the next one. Deuces.
Purchase your tracks today.